You know that sinking feeling when your car breaks down and you're scrambling to figure out how to pay for it? Or when you get hit with an unexpected medical bill and you're thinking, I really should have saved for this. Look, we all know we need an emergency fund. It's like that friend who keeps telling you that you need to eat more vegetables. You know they're right, but somehow it just never happens. Here's the thing. It's not because you're bad with money that you don't have an emergency fund. It's not even because you don't have enough to save. The real reason most people don't have an emergency fund, it's because they're using the wrong strategy and it just becomes overwhelming as a result. They're literally expecting themselves to remember to transfer money every single payday like some kind of financial superhero who never misses a beat. Well, I've got good news for you. There's actually a much better way to do this, and I'm about to show you exactly how to do it using the same system that I use to manage my own emergency fund for our family. In this video, you'll learn the smartest strategy to build an emergency fund. And hint, it's not what most financial gurus tell you. You'll also learn how to create a system that not only builds your emergency fund automatically, but it rebuilds it the moment that you need to tap into that emergency fund. And by the end of this video, you'll have your own automated emergency fund system that grows while you sleep. No more guilt, no more forgotten transfers, and no more lying awake at night wondering if you're prepared for the next unforeseen expense that's coming down the pike. Now, before I show you how to automate your emergency fund, we need to get crystal clear on something that most people get completely wrong about emergency funds, and that is costing them thousands of dollars. Let me break this down in the simplest way possible. An emergency fund isn't just a random savings account you dip into whenever you want a new iPhone or a new video game system. It's your financial safety net. It's what stands between you and life's oh crap moments. Like when your car breaks down or you get hit with that unexpected medical bill. Most financial experts say you need 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. But here's the thing. Starting with that big of a goal is exactly why most people fail. It's like telling someone who's never run before to go do a marathon. Instead, we're gonna actually start with something that's actually achievable. Just $1,000. That's enough money to handle a lot of life's emergencies. And more importantly, it's something that you can actually build up quickly with a system I'm about to show you. The best part, once you hit that first $1,000, the same automation system will keep building until you reach that full 3 to 6 month goal. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So let me show you exactly how to set up inside of Sequence this emergency fund system. And if you hadn't heard of Sequence yet, it's our financial automated platform. Think of Zapier, but for your money. It's helped thousands of customers take control of their finances without the mental strain of traditional processes. If you haven't tried Sequence yet, you can actually get a 20% discount using the code in the link in the description. Just use the checkout code YouTube20 at checkout. So in Sequence, let's take a look. Right here, I've done the first step of just syncing up some existing credit cards, the checking account, the savings account, and a Roth IRA. We're not gonna need most of these for what we're gonna do today because we're just focused on the emergency fund. And let me show you exactly how to do that. We've also set up our income source, which is where all of our money is gonna be coming from our paychecks to bring it into the Sequence system. And here's what you can do. If you already have a bank account set up for your emergency fund, great. All you need to do is sync it in here. But if you don't yet have one, here's the thing. You can open up that account in just a few clicks. I'm gonna click Create Pod, and what that does is actually opens up a brand new bank account for us. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call this Emergency Fund. Click Enter, and now all of a sudden, we've just opened up our brand new bank account. We can see the routing number, the account number, all the important information. And as a reminder, this does come with a virtual debit card. So when you need it, you can spend it. Again, just don't buy your iPhone with it. So now that we have that set up, all we need to do is start to create our smart rules. And this is what we can do. We can click and drag. And now we have the option to trigger every single time money comes in. So if you're getting paid weekly or bi-weekly or maybe monthly, every single time your paycheck hits, this rule will run. Or you can trigger it by a date. Maybe you want to do this on the last day of the month, the first day of the month, the middle of the month, whatever you so choose. I'm going to trigger this by incoming funds so that we just get in the consistent habit of doing this every single time we get paid. And here's the thing. You've got a lot of rule options. You can transfer a fixed amount, a percentage, you can round down, but my favorite for an emergency fund is the top up action. What that means is that it's going to work to fill up that account to whatever level you want, and then send the rest of the money to a different account or a different set of accounts. In this case, we're starting with $1,000 that we want. So we're gonna top up our emergency fund to $1,000. And here's the thing, you might not be able to afford $1,000 coming out of your very first paycheck into your emergency fund. And that's just fine, because we've even built in the action called a limit that allows you to specify exactly how much you want to come out. So in this case, we added a limit, and right now it's set for $100 for every transfer is the maximum amount of money that will go into our emergency fund until it reaches $1,000. You can change this to 150, you can change it to 25, whatever it may be, you can change this to every single time it transfers, a certain amount per week, per month, or even per year. So right now, let's say that we can set aside $250 every time we get paid into the emergency fund. All I need to do is add another rule and transfer 100% of the remainder to our personal checking account. Click save, and just like that, we are setting aside money every single time we get paid into our emergency fund and letting the rest of the money go to our checking account for our normal expenses and day-to-day living. So now that you have your automated emergency fund set up, you can pat yourself on the back. You're making progress. And remember, that's the key to all of this, making steady progress and not feeling overwhelmed. Now, if you love automating your finances as much as we do, just like this video so that more people can see it and more people can start automating their emergency funds to help them get to their financial goals. Here's the next step. If and when you get to your $1,000 limit, it's really easy to update your emergency fund. All we need to do is simply click on our rule, and let's say we want to now up it to $20,000 in order to hit our full 3 to 6 month living expenses. Well, just like that, when clicking save, now it will continue to put that $250 every single time we get paid, or whatever amount we want to go into that account each time we get paid, into your emergency fund, and everything else will be going to your checking account. It's that simple. Trust me, once you see how easy it is to automate your finances, you'll never go back to doing things manually again. And for those Dave Ramsey fans out there, you've actually completed baby step number 1 of his 7 baby steps with this $1,000 emergency fund. If you don't know about it, it's a great financial system for a lot of people and has helped millions of people get out of debt. If you want to see how to automate the other 6 baby steps of Dave Ramsey's process, click this video right here.